Charleston White just walked off his second podcast, and I kind of understand why he walked off this podcast, because the thing is this: a lot of people don't like Charleston White, and I don't like a lot of stuff that he do. I like some of the stuff that he does, right? But he didn't tell no lies here. He explained why he do what he do, how he uses plays to the algorithm, how he uses y'all to get the attention, right? So this guy, this guy paid him to come on there and do an interview, but then want to argue, fight, and challenge and defend certain things. Check it out.
Not necessarily need people.
I come amongst y'all, homie, to play on y'all.
You can't play on me because I'm elite.
If you interviewing me, I done played on the elite. Why you think you done paid me to get here?
You ain't played on me. You think they're playing on me?
I done played.
You think they're playing on me?
Listen, this is how I played on you. I got your attention to make you watch me. Reach out to me and say, hey man, let me talk to you.
We been fucking around, so this is the thing.
So that's what I'm saying. I played on you years ago to get you here.
Nah, that ain't playing on me. Hey, listen, this is business.
If you
ain't played on me, I'm elite.
How did you know me then?
Because I'm what? Hey, listen, this is. Hold on, let me explain.
How you meet me?
I mentioned. Let me explain.
Did you meet me on the internet?
Let me explain.
Did you meet me through the internet?
Of course.
You been played on then. I come playing on the internet.
You ain't playing on me. I got my fortune from the internet. You ain't talking to one of them. No.
See,
that's the thing. We both playing in the same box.
We ain't talking about money.
No, we playing in the same box.
So this guy Loon is Atlanta-based area podcast guy, right? And this is the funny thing, because we know that Charleston, he likes to call out the rappers and get at the rappers. But before we get to that part, he was basically saying, like, I tell you guys that I'm holding the mirror up to the black community. And I've watched for years, all you put music in, you put stuff in your music about hurting babies, doing bad stuff to women, selling your cooch for money, doing all kinds of debaucherous behavior and doing things to your community. And y'all dance and party to it and celebrated it. So now when I come online and say the same things, now all of a sudden you offended because I want to call out the gangs, because I want to say some disrespectful stuff the same way y'all celebrate the disrespectful stuff, right? So I understand that point, because I'm not emotionally tied. I understood what he meant, right? So now when he say I'm using y'all because I tell you the truth, and then y'all pay me to come and then get upset with me when I come tell you the truth, right? So Charleston wanted to go in on Young Thug and them. Now, mind you, this guy's Atlanta-based podcaster, so he's cool with Young Thug, YFN Lucci, and all the people in those areas. And when you tell Charleston that, you already know Charleston going for the juggler, right? So they start really going back and forth, and Charleston wanted to call out, shout out the victims of these people, and the guy wasn't having none of that. He kept cutting Charleston off.
A 2-day time span this week. So now, homie, the real me, homie, I can't bring to the world because they don't know the pain of our children. If I brought the real me, there's no way I could sit on these podcasts and have dialogue, because I'm gonna take everything back to the lyrical content of hip hop. I'm gonna take everything back to how's Young Thug and all these people still getting highlighted, but y'all have never highlighted no victim of their crimes.
I don't want to talk about Thug.
All I'm saying,
I know you doing your, but you know that's my little. So
I'm saying, let's not talk about Thug. Let's talk about the victims of crime.
Yeah, let's talk about crimes that have victims.
Let's talk about victims of crime.
So this is the funny thing. Why these dudes always think these rappers is their friends, like they really care about them, right? Now, mind you, I was coming under fire because when Max B came home last week, I kept saying, well, what about David Taylor Jr., right? Y'all want to praise the criminals, right? You want to praise Pop Shot and Let Loose and Baby Shooter, but you don't want to. But you never mention the victims. That's how I know y'all don't love black people. Y'all don't, right? You don't love black people, because if you love black people, you wouldn't praise. You wouldn't be praising these people. I've been telling y'all that. That's why I had the shirt, Death to the Real N-word, right? Not unaliving nobody, but unaliving that N-word in your head and your brain. I've been saying this. So y'all never, ever want to talk about the victims, but you always celebrate the people that's actually causing the problems within the community. I'm going to get flack for what I'm saying right now. Some of y'all going to leave dumbass comments in my comment section because of what I'm saying right now. That's why I understand why certain black people don't want to be around certain groups of black people. I get it now. I fully get it. because y'all don't ever want to change. So now why bring Charleston onto the show knowing that this is Charleston's stick? This is what Charleston does, right? So now you want to protect these people, but you want to bring Charleston on the show to get the ratings as well. Check it out.
So if you want the real me, let's have that discussion. Other than that, I got to play.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
So let's name.
You want to talk about some victims?
So let's name some of Thug victims.
Nah, we don't talk about Thug. We're not talking about Thug. We're not talking about Thug.
Let me call Atlanta Police Department and get some names of Thug's victims then. Some people who done died.
We're not talking about Thug.
Victims then.
Now let's talk about victims. Period.
We finna talk.
We ain't talking about Thug.
You can't now. We gonna talk about.
We not talking about Thug.
Let me get some of Thug.
Man, we not talking about Thug, man. We leaving Thug out of this.
No, we ain't.
We moving forward. We moving forward.
Nah,
we ain't got to end the interview. We moving forward. Man, we moving forward,
We can't talk
Charleston.
about Thug and them victims.
We not talking about Thug, man. What kind of would I be to let you talk about Thug in front of me like?
So to me, you bring Charleston onto the show because of the following that Charleston has. You know Charleston has a big following, bigger than yours, right? And the audience, because of his following, wants to hear Charleston go off and do the Charleston thing, but you won't let him do it. So you're not even being a good podcaster, because why bring him on in the first place if you're going to bring him on there, but don't let Charleston be Charleston? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. I wouldn't even pay him to come on here if I'm gonna pay him to come on here and not be who he is, right? So Charleston went and said, okay, cool. You want me to talk about that? Let me start talking about you. So he started calling him out and holding him accountable for certain things, and then it just went downhill from there.
Let's talk about the destruction that these causing. Still to this day.
Ain't nobody causing destruction. You just talking.
Thug. Let Gunna be free.
Hey, why we talking about Thug?
Hold him accountable like you trying to do everybody else.
Then what I don't understand.
Heard that shit, my nigga.
Then what I don't understand.
Hold him ass accountable.
You ain't even having no conversation.
I don't want to have no conversation because you done lost the intelligence, Charles.
How I defend him? I said we don't want to talk about him.
Talk about it,
I'm a big homie.
Fuck
we ain't
big
talking
homie
about Charleston.
Feed your family. Fuck being
I done led my village.
You done misled, nigga.
You got life fucked up.
Them niggas ain't listening to you.
Life fucked up. What?
Then make them apologize.
What?
You say you're a big homie.
Of course. You crazy.
Stop hollering big homie. Talk to name. I ain't no big homie. I'm a daddy.
I'm a daddy too. I'm multiple things.
I don't lead no.
I'm multiple things. Nigga, I lead the village. Man.
What village?
This one.
What village?
This one.
Name something you do out here.
I just fed 52 families last week. And I'm feeding 500 families things for the family.
Shit by myself for 10 years.
I'm doing it out my pocket, though.
I did it out my pocket for 10 years. Never took $1 from nobody.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why I'm so goddamn bold.
I thought this whole interview was a crap show because the whole thing is Loon usually, when he's interviewing people, he's usually laid back and chill and just ask questions and let the people talk. But this time it seemed like he was trying to show off for maybe the Atlanta area rappers. Yo, I'm going to check this dude, man. I'm going to bring this dude on the show. I'm going to pay this dude, bring him on the show, and I'm going to check him. I'm going to hold him accountable. I'm going to do this.
Black people never took their kids to psychologists to be classified as mentally.
No, we ain't talking about classified.
Homie, listen,
we talking about weaponized.
I don't know what you. I ain't never heard white people use words.
That's right. You didn't go to school.
What I'm talking about.
So sometimes you need the student learn with his mouth closed. The student learn with his mouth closed.
What's your highest education?
Don't worry about it.
Pre-law.
This is what you wrong.
I had a private one-on-one tutor.
Brother,
I just recently left college.
Brother.
I teach at college.
Let me say something.
I teach
you
at
being
college.
ignorant,
now
Charles.
You being ignorant. Anytime I listen to
I'm not a convict.
Man, that nigga telling you ain't got no education for me to
I'm
listen
not
to.
a convict.
You ain't
and
got
I have a
Charles. You ain't got no education for me to listen
Charleston.
to. I teach at college.
So again, there's rules when you're interviewing somebody like Charleston White. If you're going to interview him, you already know who he is. So if you know he's going to say some disparaging things about certain people you cool with, don't bring him on. Don't bring him on. Or before you pay him, before your cameras even come on, y'all have that conversation. Listen, such and such and such and such. But my whole thing is, if I'm interviewing Charleston, I want the real Charleston. I don't want the character. Other than that, if you want Charleston the character and you're paying for him, then why are you getting in his way? Why are you trying to run interference? Knowing that that's what you paid him for. right? If I bring them on, I want Charleston from Fort Worth, Texas, Charleston that was doing the work in the community with the people so we can have a real intellectual conversation. That's what I want. So like a lot of these dudes be clout chasing, man. But it got real bad in Charleston, end up walking off. Check it out.
Street life cycle. You go listen to this kid's rapper and listen to the lyrics. Children have a young, impressionable mind. This kid don't know this is just a form of rap. He think this is a way for him to express himself.
A way of life.
And he done found the words to express how he feeling. Those same words that he's expressed, they show in the actions. If you study each one of them. If you study the actions of NBA YoungBoy, he got a mama problem, to disrespect his mama in front of the camera, then beat his baby mama, dragged her down the hallway, in and out of jail, medication, mental health medication. He just got off mental health medication. If you've been studying.
Yeah,
So it was court ordered for him to do it. So I'm thinking a little higher than everybody else.
Wait, why you think that? Tell me why you think that.
Think what?
That you think it higher than everybody else. I share some of those opinions. Not us. I'm saying some people share the opinion that he just left, and when you say that it makes sense. Let me not personalize it. If I personalize it, I apologize. If I personalize it, I apologize as a man.
So this is what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Most people just seeing the artist, and this is a big tour.
Right.
Every rapper is no longer a studio gangster. Their lyrics are real, and they live out the real lyrics. That's why they keep getting in trouble by the lyrics.
I argue that they're mascots.
If they're mascots, then how we know the crime they committed? How we know
they don't commit the crime? Like the mascot don't play for the team. He's on the team, but he don't get on the court. I believe that rappers are more so mascots than they are actual players these days.
YFN Lucci shot at Woody at a park with Woody baby in his hand. YFN Lucci was a shooter. So I hear what you're saying,
right.
But I can call those detectives right now with those same.
I can't go against that.
So I heard you're their mascot, but you got some players. King Von was a player.
Some of them are players. Like I won't dispute that. You're right.
It's hard for me to communicate with
my bad, brother. Let's have a conversation, brother. I don't want that energy. I want us to intellectually have a conversation like me and Umar do. I don't want us to get to this place.
You done tit for tat me, fam. It's something in this brain. It's a message that I gotta say, but I gotta start here and go through and take you where you can understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop me here. Stop. I lost it. So it's hard to connect with the spirit of intelligence or whatever it is. When tit for tat, I lose it, homie. I lose it. It's exhausting with my people, homie, man. But because you're for whatever reason you've taken a defensive side.
I'm not defensive. You just listen, brother. I say out of respect for me. You know where it went wrong.
Watch it. Every time
you know where it went wrong.
You won't let me just fully explain. Nobody black does it except Antoine Daniel. Say TV do it, and it hurts our interviews because we can't flow. You booked me not to out-talk me. No. But I'm saying, it seemed like once you took the defensive thug, I say something, you block me. Homie, let me flow.
I don't know how I done that because I'm just having a conversation. And then I'm a man, so when you say certain things to me, you got to expect for it. Some kind of result from it.
No, don't be a man, homie. Be a journalist.
I am a journalist.
But don't be a man, so a journalist have to put his
You just said I was a journalist.
Hear me out. You won't even let me talk, homie. Damn. I'm done. I hate this. Nigga, I hate this. I hate to come to black people and be like, I don't even want to get paid, man.
No, let's not do that, Charles. You done came way down here. Why we doing that? Hey, Charles, hold on. Whoa. Listen, Charleston.
Ain't got nothing to do with no man shit. I just had a homie. I done made it up with white people. I'm with Steve. We'll do it. I ain't gotta keep tit for tat with my people when the game will let me flow.
I agree with Charleston on this, and he was saying like I ain't gotta get paid. And it's sad that he said Anton Daniels and Say Cheese is the only ones that let him speak. Because when he goes to speak to other black men, they get in their feelings, they get in their emotions. And like I said, if I bring Charleston on and I know who Charleston is, then I got to let Charleston be Charleston. Other than that, what did I bring him on for? We're not going to go tit for tat. I'm going to let Charleston go. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let him rock. And I'll come in every now and then, right? But I wouldn't when he go and he's getting Charleston mode and he say something, I'm not gonna cut him off because then I'm out of pocket. I should never brought him on the show. Now if I come on and I tell him, yo, I want Charleston. I got the kids watching, my foundation, my Urban Nerds Foundation is watching. You know, we slaying W supremacy, right? We our own black superheroes. You know, when I come on there, we our own black. We don't need Superman. We don't need the W man to be our superheroes. We slaying that mindset in our mind. So now when I come on and I'm coming in under that consciousness, now we can have an intellectual conversation because I had the conversation with him prior to bringing him on. So now that way he don't feel like he being attacked or cut off or I'm being offensive. So I just feel like these dudes don't be knowing what they're doing, man. That's all conversation. I tell and say, listen, I ain't looking for the character, so I ain't with all that rah-rah. We ain't doing none of that before we even start the show, right? So to me, like, I agree with Charleston on this one. It was weird. It was weird. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, poor Superman. Peace.